Guys, and what? No, boy, Blazing Metal, the Raging Sun, the Blazing Star, right back with another one. We are live as fuck today. Today is going to be a rather quick one, I think. Well, who knows? Maybe this is actually going to take a while, but here we are. We are live right back with another one. And today I feel like talking about relationships, who you relate to, friends, and more social things for whatever reason. But this topic is actually one of the most important topics there is in life. Because life is built with other people, and by default, you have to know how to participate and you have to know with who you need to participate. You just can't participate with anybody, and we will get into that in a sec. But before we get into anything, let me just check my quality, you know what I'm saying? Before we dive into anything, just let me check my audio quality. Give me a sec or two. Because I forgot my damn headphones on the inside once again, man. Oh, hold on a sec. Because I forgot my damn headphones on the inside once again, man. Oh, hold on a sec. Check. Yeah. Speed up, hurry up. Yeah. Speed up, hurry up. Yeah. We should be straight. I think we should be straight, but let me check for a little bit more. We should be straight. I think we should be straight. Yeah, we are right. We are alright. So let's actually dive into it without doing too much. Let's just actually dive into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just talk about relations, who you relate, and people for a sec. Not people as in specific people, but how you need to relate to people. We all go back to you, man. We will go back to you in this live stream. We will not talk about other people in specific. We will talk about you, how you need to relate, and who you need to be in a relationship with. We don't talk about specific people right here. So let's actually dive into that shit, you know what I'm saying? When you are about something, you have to be aware of who you relate to. And before you even get happy, before you even get a false image into your head, you have to be about something in order to make sense out of this video. If you are not about something, this video will not apply to you anyways, because at that point you ain't shit, and who you relate to is not, it's not even of any importance. If you ain't shit, you will relate to just anybody, and at that point you are justified to relate to anybody because you ain't shit. People who are nothing, people who have no standards, will just pick anything. A starving person is picking anything. So if you ain't shit, this video is not even helpful to you. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, this video only really applies to productive people, skilled people, valuable people, basically to people who have something to offer. This only applies to people who have something to offer, okay? So don't be like, and I'm not talking about you type shit, you know what I'm saying? Know your place is all I'm saying. Know your motherfucking place. With all due respect, who am I to talk at the end of the day? But let's just be real. Let's just be fucking real. So, as I was saying, when you are about something, you need to become aware to who you relate to. Somebody who's a nobody will relate to everybody. It's as simple as that because that person is not about something. You cannot claim to be about something, but you don't have any specific standards. And standards is a very goddamn contained word, I know. But having standards simply means you know what you want. When you know what you want, you have standards. And we all need to have standards. We all need to know what we want. When you don't know what you want, you will pick anything. You know what I'm saying? A hungry person is not picky. A hungry person will eat a dead mouse when their life depends on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of timing. When you don't know what you want, you will just pick anything. Or you don't even discriminate. Discrimination is not bad. Not in the racial sense, not in the racist type of sense. But discrimination simply means you know what you want. And this is the type of timing you need to be on. You need to know what you want. And to even know what you want, you have to be about something, obviously. You have to have a mission in life. You have to have a motherfucking purpose in life. You just can't stick your finger in your ass all day and be like, yeah, I want proper relationships. A relationship is something which is no goal. A relationship is just an extension of yourself. It is who you are outside of you. Because who you relate to is damn near the same person as you. Not as in you always relate to your clone. But whoever you choose to relate to is somebody who somewhat resembles you deeply. If you didn't know that shit already. But a relationship is just an extension of yourself. Hence, the Libra archetype is linked to mirrors. I am you, the whole real energy, you know what I'm saying? Who you relate to is just an extension of yourself, so don't get it twisted. So it is important to who you relate to. You can't relate to somebody who's not resembling something inside of you. It's as simple as that, man. When you relate to somebody who's very foreign to your interests, who's very far away from what you prefer, you won't feel them on a relatable sense, on an emotional level, okay? So keep that shit in mind. Who you relate to is basically resembling one part of you, one way or the other. Even if you claim to be friends with somebody who ain't shit, that ancient person who you label as ancient is somewhat resembling something inside of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even spend a lot of time with them. So let's just be real. Let's just be motherfucking real. So yeah, when you truly are about something, you have to be aware of who you relate to. Because having something valuable, such as a skill, etc., is attractive. Especially for those who don't have shit. When you have when you have something, internally speaking, we ain't talking about physical riches. Even though they can be included, but they're not necessarily what I'm talking about, alright? Let's just stick to internal shit. When you have something about you and don't be so wishy-washy about what do you mean have something about me. You know when you have something about you. You know when you have value, and you know when you are this shit, for the lack of less retarded words. You know what I'm saying? A person who has something on the inside is just somebody who's productive, somebody who's attractive, and I'm not talking about this right here. Somebody who's attractive in spirit, somebody who knows how to do something, such as being good at art, creating content, and not even on some internet shit, such as content creation. Somebody who's attractive is just basically somebody who is of value. We all know how somebody of value looks like. So let's just be fucking real. I don't have to talk about the obvious. Do I? I do not have to talk about the obvious. I shouldn't be talking about the obvious anyways, but who knows? Maybe somebody needs to know. Somebody needs to hear this, you know what I'm saying? So anyways. You become very susceptible to people who don't have anything when you have something, characteristically speaking, even physically speaking. When you have something, the first people you will attract are people who don't have shit. You won't attract your liking immediately. You will attract your opposite faster than anything. And it's not to say that you will only attract your opposite force in life. Maybe you will attract somebody who's like you, but meeting the opposite force is the most likely thing to happen, especially in the beginning, on your journey, whatever kind of journey you're pursuing. But you know what I'm saying? Basically, if you have something, you will meet people who don't have shit. And get physicality in society out of your head. Having something is not money, it's not having nice clothes, it's not having, God no, golden chains. Having something is not about this. No pun intended. But having something is not all about physical riches. Having something is all about having the ability to obtain something. Keyword ability. To have something inside of you which is attractive is marked by you being able to manifest things into your life. All the way down to objects. But the first forms of manifestations are like good natures, internally speaking. Like you just being able to feel good when you have no reason to feel good. Those things are like the first versions of attraction and manifestation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know these people online. Yeah, law of attraction. 10,000 laws of Tahuti. 10,000 laws of Ra. 10,000 million Psalms of Jesus Christ. These laws of attraction people be talking about are simply grifting concepts. Those people are grifting because they link attraction to something physical. Oh, you're not attractive if you don't have 10,000 million quadruple dollar, euros, yen in your bank account right now. You're not attractive if you go down the street and if everybody is not looking at you, no, you're not attractive. Like when I listen to people break down what attraction means, especially on the internet, they talk about attraction as in a purely physical force, such as you being able to gain attention from people, such as you being able to obtain riches, etc., etc., etc. But attraction starts on a very subtle level. Attraction is a pulling energy. By default, we're talking about the feminine nature, not females. We're talking about the feminine nature because to pull something in is feminine by nature. And the most raw level of feminine energy is just an emotion. So you become attractive if you take care of your emotions, right? Because knowing how to feel good, especially if there's no reason to feel good, is a good gateway to even manifest, period. Attraction is all about the emotional state. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted when you listen to people online who are saying, yeah, 10,000 laws of Tahuti, ancient Kemet. Read this emerald tablet and you will get, I don't know, meet 10,000 millionaires today who will bless you on your Cash App, on your goddamn PayPal account. No, it's not like that. That shit is not like that at all when we talk about attraction. When we talk about attraction, we talk about just having the ability to manifest based on your emotions. And let me explain. I know this kind of sounds virtue signally, but let me explain. What you manifest, what you attract, is always linked to your emotional space. You feel something, you see something. It's as simple as that, man. Okay? So keep that shit in mind. You feel something, you will see it. Eventually, anyways. Maybe not immediately, but best believe you will see what you feel. You will see what you feel. This is what people mean when they say you will meet your maker one day. You won't meet some physical dude who's like forging something. Yeah, it was me, I was making you. You won't meet some physical maker or like some metaphysical maker. Your maker is you. You will meet your maker anyways. And what you make, you will meet that shit too. You can't run away from your children, you know what I'm saying? So keep that shit in mind. I'm bringing this up because this applies to relationships obviously as well. You only see relationships outside of you if you resonate with them on an emotional type of level. Get that shit into your head. So even if you're like, everybody around me ain't shit, it might not be all about you. Don't get it twisted. But it can be that you yourself ain't shit because if you see something, you obviously resonate with it, especially on a very large degree. If you only see things which ain't shit in your real life, online, on your social media feed, in your work environment, etc., guess what? You ain't shit. But don't get it twisted, because this world by default ain't shit, and it's very rare to meet somebody who is normal, who's truly normal. It is very, very rare to meet somebody who truly ain't shit, if you get what I'm saying. So meeting somebody who's really sound in their mind is as rare as seeing Jesus Christ coming back on a Thursday afternoon. It's most likely not going to happen. So don't get it twisted. Don't take too much accountability because people will be people. But it's all about the percentage level because eventually you will see some shit which is good if you yourself are a good person, for the lack of less accurate words. But y'all get the point. When you are about something, you need to be aware of who you relate to. Absolutely need to. So, and when we're talking about relations, attention is a huge keyword. Even from an astrological POV, attention and relationships are very much intertwined. The sextile between Leo and Libra is a real thing. How much attention you pay to a person is determining the quality of your relationship on one level. And if you give somebody attention, a relationship can even be built. So without giving somebody attention, you cannot even build a relationship. So a relationship only happens if you give something attention. You need to have that shit inside your brain. A relationship beyond people cannot happen if you don't pay attention to something. So whatever you pay attention to is what you will relate to. And your attention is directly linked to who you are. Otherwise, Leo/attention wouldn't represent your individuality. For an instance, let's make it very simple. If you yourself ain't shit as a person, you will pay attention to things which ain't shit. It's as simple as that, man. So you are what you pay attention to, and what you pay attention to is who you are, and based on that, you will relate. Period. You will relate based on this whole premise. So yeah, your attention makes something exalted and important. Especially people, and they know it. People know that attention makes somebody/something exalted. Your attention as a whole makes something/somebody exalted. And people absolutely know. They know that attention is like a drug. Attention is giving you an all-time high. Attention is giving somebody life. We're talking about Leo, fixated summer. Goddamn life. Motherfucking life. And people know. People know it. The wicked, lazy, incapable, dark-ass individuals depend on attention of somebody else. They depend on somebody else's attention. Because that's where they get their sense of vitality and self-esteem from. And you have to be careful when it comes to relating to somebody. If you relate to somebody, by default, you will give them attention. And we all know how a human being is acting when they receive some attention. So let me ask y'all something. Yeah, y'all know I'm like the Riddler. I like to ask y'all questions. So let me ask you something. Would you give somebody attention who ain't shit? Would you? Obviously not. Because if you do give somebody attention who ain't shit, that ain't shit as person will feel like they are the shit. They will now feel like, yeah, I'm somebody now. I'm somebody too now. I ain't lame. I wasn't bullied in high school. Look, I'm getting attention. I guess I'm somebody now. If you give somebody attention, that person will feel like somebody. Because this is the nature of giving somebody attention. When you give somebody attention, you will make them a Leo, for the lack of less fluky, mooky, spooky type of words. You will make them a Leo. You will make them feel confident. You will make them feel exalted. You will make them feel expressive, courageous, etc. This is what happens if you give somebody attention. Don't believe me? Check this imaginary situation out. Imagine there are like 6 people in a circle, and one person is insecure in that circle of 6 people, and 5 people are giving one person all their attention, good attention. Yeah, bro, you look fly as fuck today. Yeah, bro, yeah, you the shit. That insecure person eventually will feel like they are somebody now. Because attention, receiving attention makes your individuality strong. Receiving attention makes you feel like you are somebody now. This is the whole Leo archetype. And keyword, receiving attention. This is a social thing. This breeds dependability because Leo still sex tides Libra. If you get what I'm saying. So if you give somebody attention, that person will feel like they are the shit, even though that person is not the shit. There might be somebody who got bullied in high school, but if you give them attention, they will feel like they're like Jesus Christ for that split second you're giving them attention. So you have to be careful. You just can't pick everybody up and you just can't be like, yeah, yeah. You can't be cool with everybody. You cannot be buddy, yeah, all nice, peachy, creamy with everybody. Because if you do, if you are like that, you will make people who ain't shit feel like they are the shit. Thus, a monster is born. Thus, you will create a motherfucking atrocious ass human being. So be careful. You don't want to give somebody attention who, in and of themselves, is not somebody worth recognizing in the first place. Now I'm saying. So it is very dangerous to be nice for the sake of being nice. No holds barred. No holds barred, ladies and gentlemen. Act out of honesty. When you see somebody who ain't shit, don't make them feel like they are somebody. It has nothing to do with being unjust. It has everything to do with being real. Because when you even look at the relationship archetype in astrology, you're supposed to be real in a relationship. Why do you think the word relationship has real in front of it? Real relationship. You have to be real. And being real is not always being nice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to be harsh. If it's really what's supposed to be said. If it's really what's needed right now. If it's really needed, you're supposed to be motherfucking harsh. No holds barred. No holds barred. Real relationships. Real relationships, okay? This is the whole purpose of a real relationship. To be real, to be honest. Honesty is mistaken as a weakness because it leaves you vulnerable. But this, in and of itself, is a society construct, and it has nothing to do with reality. There's no correspondence to reality, which is saying vulnerability is being weakness. It is a pure socially made-up concept. But in this made-up world, vulnerability, honesty, etc. is labeled as a weakness. But that's on y'all. That's on y'all. If you like to believe that shit, I'm not stopping you. You can live in that type of mind state. Who's stopping you? Am I stopping you? No, and I will never stop you. If you want to be retarded, go ahead and be retarded. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me and it's all about your life anyways. It's not that you harm me while being retarded. You are retarded, go ahead and be retarded. But anyways, as I was saying, it is dangerous to be nice for the sake of being nice. No holds barred. Act out of honesty. If you see something/someone unproductive, you don't be nice to them. And it has nothing to do with being a dickhead on purpose. You don't be a dickhead on purpose. Only insecure people be that. Mind you, only insecure people are overly arrogant, overly cocky for no reason, overly dickheady for no reason. Because insecure people used to be nice all their life. And if you start to recognize the insecurity, you dive into the polar opposite. So every time you see somebody who's overly harsh for no damn reason, somebody who's overly everybody ain't shit for no reason, that person is insecure. And don't get it twisted. In this world, you low-key have to be like that. Not insecure, but you low-key have to be like in a sentiment which is saying everybody ain't shit, because this is the case most often than not. But no one is fake and no one is not fake. You do that by peeping character. You do that by peeping that person's character. And that's up to you. I can't teach you that in this live stream. Maybe in a different live stream. But don't let me go there. Don't let me go there. Whole different topic. Whole different topic. Whole different topic. So yeah. Being nice is interpreted as you being on even grounds with somebody. Have you ever noticed that when you are nice to somebody, automatically you are eye to eye with that person? It is happening by default. When you are nice to somebody, y'all are on even playground now. Now, you are on even grounds now, you know what I'm saying? When you are nice to somebody, y'all are now meeting eye to eye, spiritually speaking. So that's the whole Libra archetype. Relating to someone automatically gives the impression of you and who you relate to being on one level. So don't get it twisted. You absolutely can't, you absolutely can't relate to somebody who is not on your level. You get what I'm saying? And being on your level, not as in you're better and that person is worse. Even though this is a thing in reality, some people are worse than other people, objectively speaking. But let's just make it simple. You need to relate only to those who are on your plane of reality, on your playing ground. Playground, however you like to say it. Same thing. Same motherfucking thing. Same shit, different toilet type shit. Same shit, different toilet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot relate to somebody who you don't like to be around, who you don't like to build with. Beyond some business shit. You don't relate to somebody who is utterly in a different reality. When you yourself, let's make a super duper cliche red pill hustle mentality Andrew Tate type of example. If you yourself claim to be productive and you yourself are actually productive, let's just say you have something going on, you cannot relate to 10,000 people who have nothing going on. Because if you relate to somebody, you meet eye to eye with them. You are now on even playing grounds. You know what I'm saying? So relationships are built when you yourself can see yourself in that other person. So you don't relate to people to which you can't even identify with. You don't go to and relate with somebody who you can't even identify with. Like, how stupid is that, man? Like, society is so made up, we have relationships which shouldn't even be happening. Like, even if you yourself are a very productive individual and you relate to people who are not productive, that only happens because of goddamn socially engineered as norms, because you think it's good to have friends around. So you relate just for the sake of relating, which is nonsense anyways. You should only relate when you benefit from that relationship and when you can receive benefits and when you can give benefits. Remind you, we're still talking about Libra. It's a Saturn archetype. Relationships are all about being used and using somebody. It's like an even exchange. This is like the first form of business, and businesses are built based on that template. Relations. Businesses cannot exist without relations. You know what I'm saying? A seller needs a buyer. A buyer needs a seller. Saturn in a nutshell. Libra being exalted in Saturn in a nutshell. I meant to say Saturn being exalted in Libra in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? And this is the relationship archetype 101, ladies and gentlemen. You should only relate if you can make use out of that person and if that person can use you accordingly as well. Like, a relationship should be an even exchange. You should never feel like, I'm doing too much. Damn, I'm being drained, because this is one mistake I used to make in my real fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even online, because I'm a very gracious ass individual. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shame on Mello, shame on Mello. He made a mistake. Yes, I did. Yes, I motherfucking did. Shame on Mello, shame on you, shame on you, shame on Mello, shame on you. A relationship shouldn't feel like a one-sided effort. If it does, hold on a second, I'm getting cold. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I cannot make this shit up, man. I cannot make this shit up, man. I was talking about having useful relationships, and I got a call. My father was saying, yo, come, I got a gift for you. Like, what? What you mean you got a gift for me? What the fuck? Let's motherfucking go. But I was talking about, yeah, useful relationships. My father was calling. He said, yo, I got a gift for you. What the fuck? If that ain't some real life synchronicity, I don't know what it. If this ain't no real life correspondence, synchronicity, manifestation, yeah, we are yin yang, harmony, shit, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I don't know what is then. I don't know what is. I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking about how useful a relationship needs to be. I got a call. Yo, bro, I got a gift for you. That shit is crazy, man. That shit is motherfucking crazy. And now I'm kind of curious because I'm a very curious ass person. So let me cut this live stream short because I want to see what my gift is. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. Shout out my father, man. Shout out my fucking father. But anyways, let's just finish this lecture. And the relationship should be an even ass exchange. It should be an even ass exchange. You shouldn't feel like you're doing too much. If you are like in a relationship in which you only provide value and that other person is not providing any value, what on earth are you doing at that point? What on earth are you doing at that point? Are you playing Jesus Christ today once again? Are you cosplaying a Messiah once again? Like what is we doing? Like what on earth is what is we doing? What on earth is we doing when you relate and you only give and that person cannot give something in return? What on earth is we doing? Like, come on. Motherfucking nonsense. Nonsense. If you feel like you only give and you cannot receive, you should really think twice. You should really think 3 times. You should think 10,000 times about why you're even in that relationship in the first place. You're not Jesus. You're not here to save people. So if somebody is useless to your life, what are you doing? And there's no such thing as a God judging you based on morality. Well, actually, this is unfair if you give somebody something and they don't give you something back. But people be like, if I separate them, I think I'm a mean-ass person. Listen, what's truly evil is being in a relationship in which you fuck yourself over beyond some romantic type shit. It goes for friendships as well. As a matter of fact, friendships are like more likely fitting in this category because friendships nowadays are built on one party having something the other person is not even having. Really, everything is built like that because of the world and shit, but it gets crazy, let me tell you so much. It gets motherfucking crazy. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. It gets crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It gets crazy. Happy Valentine's Day. Check this out, man. I'm like in some Valentine's Day outfit today. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no Valentine, I will be your goddamn Valentine. You know what I'm saying? I took a shower for you. I smell good for you. I dressed like the goddamn Cupid angel himself today, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have no Valentine, I will be your Valentine. That is, if you ain't the man. You know what I'm saying? Like guys, y'all on your own. Y'all on your own, let me tell you so much, man. Y'all on your fucking own when it comes to that, man. When it comes to that, y'all on your fucking own. I can't tell you so much, man. But anyways, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. Don't be afraid to be evil. Having an ego, having self-worth is no crime. It is no crime to be evil. And being evil in this world is interpreted as you having self-esteem. Like you are the evil one when you have self-esteem in this world. It is funny, but it is what it is. You become evil if you have self-esteem, so don't be afraid to be evil. And I'm an evil-ass person because I got Leo in my second house, and I got Mars in my second house as well. I'm like a Leo sun / Mars in the second house. My sun and my Mars are like damn near conjuncting each other to the finest degree. My sun is in 5 degrees Leo and my Mars is in 3 degrees Leo, you know what I'm saying? Both in the second house, so I know what I'm talking about. You become very evil if you have self-esteem in this world. Because people may go like, oh, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Do you think you're better than me? Flashback time. Let me tell you the story, man. I was hitting this gesture because I got knocked right in the goddamn atrocious ass memory. So let me tell you the story time. Let me speak my testimony, one of my 10,000 testimonies of what I was just talking about. Check this out. I was like cool with a certain guy, no homo pause. I was having like a friendship with a certain dude. We were supposed to be friends, but every time I spoke with self-esteem, which was damn near 24/7 because y'all know who I am. I'm a goddamn Mars Leo's son, second house motherfucker. So when I spoke with self-esteem, demanding energies, not demanding shit from that person, but you get the sentiment. Anytime I was carrying myself the way I was carrying myself with, which was full of self-esteem, self-worth, character, my own individuality, yada yada, being no victim basically, that person felt threatened. And that person went like, do you think you were above me secretly? Like they were saying that shit in my face to face. Do you think you're better than me? But not from a like pissed off perspective, from a victim ass perspective, like some shit like, do you think you were above me? Do you see yourself superior than me? Like some gay fruity shit like that, man. And this happened countless amount of times. Maybe not in a zesty sentiment, but more like in a very pissed off sentiment. Like people used to get pissed off when I carried myself with self-esteem, goddamn self-worth, individuality, you name it. Because people are fucking retarded. So don't be afraid to be evil. I don't know why people hate it, but don't be afraid to be evil. You're not evil if you have self-esteem. It only appears to be evil anyways in the eyes of some wicked individual. Everything I just broke down is the highest act of self-respect and self-love. It's all for a good cause. It might sound like very harsh, but it only sounds harsh to somebody who has no sense in their head anyways. Like you needing to pick your relationships is only something evil in the eyes of somebody who ain't shit anyways. Who's like too damaged and far gone anyway, so don't even bother. Don't even bother. Everything I just said is the highest form of self-love, but self-love sometimes looks very evil and looks selfish sometimes. Even though it's not even selfish, it's just being real. It's just being real. Like all this individuality, I'm in my ego, expressiveness, character type shit, simply means to be real. It simply means to be honest. And it's no big deal. To be honest, it's no big deal. It's just a made-up sentiment floating around in this world. Which is saying, relatability, I need to lie to everybody, Nah, guys, I'm not like that. I'm just like y'all. I jerk off 20,000 times a day, too. I'm just like y'all. I'm broke as hell, too. I'm not financially stable, even though you might be financially stable. You know what I'm saying? It's just normal to not be normal in this world. Let me tell you so much. Let me tell you so much. Shout out to the Hanged Empress. You said psychologically, this psychology day. Every day is psychology day, you know what I'm saying? Every day is psychology day. It's funny that you said psychology day. Because when I took a shower like an hour ago, I was thinking and reminding myself of psychology class in school. I guess there's something I need to think about when it comes to school and that psychology class. But that's up to me. That's my business. That's not your business. That will be your business if I decoded that divine revelation. You know what I'm saying? Schnaula to the motherfucking hanged empress. But anyways. Human relationships are always built on negativity and synthetic natures anyways. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed how humans relate on a premise which has nothing to do with anything but yeah, I don't feel right, yeah, I got issues. Have you ever noticed, like scroll through social media and see what people are saying, especially if you are like in my generation, in the Gen Z age range. Let's just limit it to being under 25 or like up. Let's just really. This applies to everybody. This really applies to everybody. Just scroll through social media and see what people are relating on. I don't get accepted for fucking men. I don't get accepted for fucking woman and I'm a woman. It's awesome. Why need stupid, insecure, negative ass shit? So humans like to relate on some stupid shit anyways, and you shouldn't even feel too guilty if you don't relate to a lot of people, because everybody is relating on some bullshit. So don't be even bothered when it comes to not relating to anybody. I don't promote isolation, but I promote being real, as I was saying. And to be real is that this world is nothing worthy anyways. So you might as well don't be too sad when you miss out on relationships. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just being real. I practice what I preach right now. I'm just being fucking real. The whole premise of this live stream is be real. If you're not real, you're finished. If you ain't real, you're finished. I can tell you so much, man. And that's all you really need to learn. That's all you really need to learn. You said it's a great incorporation with astrology. I'll vibe with it. Yeah, thank you. To be fully honest, I'm like sometimes cautious about talking about astrology because astrology is like goddamn contained as hell. It's like dirty. It's like dirty. People like to throw a lot of dirty shit on astrology. But then again, why do I even give a fuck? It's like, why do I even give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? I should do this more often. Like my astrological ad-libs, like I like to call it. The astrological ad-libs. They provide value. They do provide value. And 90% of my videos are based on astrological decoding alignments, decoding natures. Like, I come up with my topics by just peeping astrology, but I don't say, yeah, I got this from this. I got this psychological thing by decoding what Leo sextile Libra means. I just talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I talk about astrology without using astrology, because astrology is not something you're into, it is life. You are not into astrology. You don't go to somebody and say, I am into astrology, because astrology is life. You don't go to somebody and you say, I'm into breathing air. I'm into drinking water. It is life. It is what you're supposed to do, and it is inevitable anyways. Similarly, astrology is inevitable anyways. The sun will be in a position we call springtime anyways. You are not into that. This is what will happen anyways. You just prepare yourself. You just are ahead of the curve, and you'll do your math. You do your psychology. You do your philosophy. You name it. You do your fucking thing, basically. You're never into astrology because astrology is life. I'm not into astrology. I'm just consciously participating with how life is working, with how nature is working. I know when it's winter, I will feel a certain way. I know when it's summer, I won't feel that same way. Like right now, it is dark as hell outside, extremely dark, and it's 9 p.m. But when it would be summer right now, I wouldn't feeling the same way I would feel right now, because I would much likely be outside. I would much rather go outside instead of just sitting in silence and just being here making my life stream, you know what I'm saying? Things happen anyways. Things happen anyways, and astrology is just life. Excuse me. Astrology is just life, ladies and gentlemen. It is just life. It is just life. It's as simple as that, man. It is as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, that's really all I wanted to touch today. Today is like a rather short live stream. Yeah, a rather short one, like only 40 minutes or something like that. Basically, you need to be cautious to who you relate to, because who you relate to will be a part of you anyways, and you don't need to be confined in the idea of needing relatability to even function as a human being. You don't even, not even relatability, niceness. Being nice where you shouldn't be nice. You shouldn't even incorporate that shit in your brain. You shouldn't integrate that shit into your brain, you know what I'm saying? Because this has nothing to do with reality. Being nice when you shouldn't be nice is making somebody feel good when they're not supposed to feel good. And next thing you know, you pay attention to somebody, and we all know what attention does to a human being, and we all know what human beings do for attention. Because attention is automatically building up your character to be some tough, strong, charismatic shit without you having to put in any work. When you receive attention, you will feel like somebody. But if you don't receive attention, you don't feel like somebody. At least if you're like the average human being who's like dependable on attention, and everybody is dependable on attention. I'm no hater for no reason. I'm just being real. I'm just telling you what it is. Everybody likes attention. Everybody is dependable on attention. When they receive attention, they feel good. When they don't receive attention, they feel bad. And giving somebody attention is just relating to somebody. When you relate to somebody, you give them attention. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that, man. So be careful who you relate to. Because relationships build monsters. When somebody shouldn't even feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So keep it down. Hold it down. It is dangerous to be nice for the sake of being nice. Act out of honesty, as I was saying. Act out of honesty. If you see something / someone unproductive, you don't be nice to them. And it goes beyond some productive content creator. I make YouTube type shit. It goes beyond. It is based on some real virtues and principles in real life. Productivity as far as being a real human, being a real ass human. And I don't have to explain what a real human is. Do I? And with that being said, we will head out. I appreciate y'all for watching. And I catch you guys soon enough, man. With that being said, we will see each other soon enough. I have a very tight schedule and I've only slept like 10 hours, 12 hours throughout the last 3 days. I'm extremely tired. I'm on the verge of falling asleep right now. I kid ya not, man. I'm extremely tired, man. With that being said, we might not see tomorrow. Or maybe we do, who knows? I will be here when I will be here. I catch some rest, I'm exhausted, and y'all take care of yourselves. Happy Valentine days from your favorite Valentine, Mellow. Yeah, if you have no Valentine, I will be your Valentine today, you know what I'm saying? In spirit. In spirit. So yeah, I'm out. Peace out, everybody.